Hi folks, how are you? Chuck McKay. It's December 11th and we wanted to talk about all the great things that are happening and have happened in the last week or two as we head towards the holiday season. I'm here with Matt Shea. Once again, we're working in tandem to try to bring you the good news. Now, I know that there has been some concerns about the budget and all the talk about the budget. We did a podcast on it earlier today. We want to make sure that that information gets out there. Take a look at Mr. Kepnes's presentation so you get a sense of where we are with all of this. But I also want people to know that the great programs that we have in this school system, we're going to continue to have and make sure that our students get the best possible education with all the great programs. So this week you're going to take a look at a lot of things. You're going to see Teachers of the Year. We're going to take a look at robotics and their winning. We're going to take a look at dances that happened with some of our students. And we're going to see all the great things that our children are involved with, including one of our special CTE programs. So take a look at some of the things I'm about to talk about, and then I'll get back to you with some important dates. All right, so it's the holiday season, and so we put some slides in here that have things to do with different events that are happening at the end of this month. We've got Christmas and Hanukkah, and happy holidays to everyone. Today's December 11th. And I thought I'd start with a little bit of joy. In this picture here, which was taken from a publication by Easy Robot, is two of our students working in the robotics class that Mr. Joseph runs. And of course you see not only the USA on the back of that young man's shirt, but also the joy in that young lady's face. So in spite of all the discussions that we've had about budget in the last week, these great programs continue, and we will continue to have them as we move forward. Speaking of great programs, Mrs. Herkler and Mrs. McKay took the students to New York City this past week to see the Delacroix exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's the largest Delacroix exhibit the world has ever seen, so the students all got a chance to see it out of their art history class and with their French teacher. And they went into New York. They saw St. Patrick's Cathedral, and then they had lunch at a French restaurant on West 55th Street. And the kids all had a great time at lunch and practiced their French on a surly waitress, from what we hear, and a very kind waiter. So they had a great afternoon, a great day in New York City. They hit lots of traffic on the way home, but they got to practice their French and talk about great artists like Delacroix. Glen Meadow honored their Teacher of the Year, Miss Kathy Stigler, and also their Support Person of the Year, Stephanie Ash. Now, Kathy teaches the STEM classes and foundations classes in Glen Meadow, and Stephanie, of course, is the school nurse. So they were honored by the administration. You see Mrs. Gudenkoff there in the center, and of course Ms. Piszczek on the right, the administration honoring their teachers. That was yesterday afternoon. A nice ceremony. And there are their families. Mrs. Stigler with her family, extended family, and of course Miss Ash with her son. So it was a great day. Kudos to everyone involved, especially these two fine professionals. Well, Mr. Palastro has these wonderful students who look around every day and realize that their room is clean, their building is clean, and they have a wonderful place to go to school. So this great group decided to honor the custodians in Lounsberry. And as you can see, the custodians in the back, you have the night shift as well as the day shift. These are friends of mine, some wonderful people, and I just want to thank Mr. Palastro and his terrific students for appreciating the small things in life and the people who make those things happen. What a wonderful Christmas message. Miss Kelly Mitchell has just been nominated to our Board of Education. As you can see, Mr. Kepnes is swearing her in, and Magic Matt Shea right behind there taking the video. We want to thank Miss Mitchell for volunteering to come on the board. She was sworn in immediately last Thursday night, and will sit this Thursday night on the board as we take care of important business. Ms. Mitchell is a real estate agent in town and has been involved in Vernon and all of the Vernon activities her entire life. We welcome you, Kelly, and thank you for your service. Autumn dance at the high school a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to get this picture in, but I didn't have it. I finally got a great one. I want to thank all the kids that were involved in DECA, but all of our wonderful students as well who volunteered for the autumn dance at the high school. What a great night. You guys look terrific. Couldn't be prouder of all of you if I tried. As we started in the beginning, this is a Rolling Hills Robotics team, and they made the news. They were featured in Easy Robot Newsletter, which is a national newsletter. I left the website there in the bottom, and these are pictures of our students involved with robotics. And of course, they are not only building the robots, but also programming them on their computer to make sure that they run. So kudos to Mr. Joseph, kudos to the staff at Rolling Hills, Dr. Stumper, and everyone involved in this initiative. It is a great program. Speaking of great programs, our construction facilities and management, young men and women, decided that building was not enough at the high school and learning all those things from Mr. DeVore. Instead, they thought they'd share their knowledge. So they came down to Walnut Ridge and Mr. Picarillo's gang here and taught them how to build and to make. So you can see our wonderful kids with their work aprons on and then doing the building, and again our high school students guiding the entire experience. Our CTEs are programs that we are very proud of, and we try to show you every month some of the things that our kids are involved with, and this is that group, the Construction Facilities and Management Program, which has over 100 students in it, learning the building trades, and also how to be a facilities manager. And this is them working. Mr. DeVore's on the right there, passing out the equipment. And there's our young people with hammers, which for some might be a frightening prospect, but the truth of the matter is I was there, and the children were wonderful, and so were our older students who were helping them out. A great day. Mrs. Kenerson is the Teacher of the Year at Lounsberry, and of course her family was all there to celebrate with her. And Ms. Moser, who is a guidance counselor at Lounsberry Hollow, is a Support Person of the Year. There was they were honored last Monday, and I wanted to make sure that they got in here because both are terrific professionals. So again, to Ms. Kenerson and also Ms. Moser, congratulations. Last week, we ended our presentation with a picture of Mr. Reimer. And Mr. Reimer was unaware that I was taking that picture of him and honoring him for the 8th grade algebra scores. He caught me in the hallway of Glen Meadow and said, "I didn't earn the scores, my students did." I said, "Send me a picture and we'll give credit where credit is due." And he said, "Exactly, I want to give credit where credit is due." I give a lot of credit to the great teachers in our district. I want to make sure we give lots of credit as well to the great students. To the 8th grade algebra class, congratulations on your great scores. So as you can see, all the great things that are happening, our 8th grade algebra students, all of our students doing their terrific things. We're proud of all of them. So there's important things happening. So this Friday, there is the winter concert up at the high school. That's the band concert. Then on the 17th is the orchestra concert up at the high school. And then on the 19th, here at Walnut Ridge is a holiday sing-along. So we still have the holiday season going on all next week. So it's a chance, all this week and next week, it's a chance for you to get involved in that. Finally, next Friday, the 21st, is early dismissal. So I want parents all to realize that we'll be in the early dismissal days, half days at each of our schools. So the children will be getting home early. And then on Monday, which is Christmas Eve, we're off. And we're off that entire week. And we will not return until January 2nd. So I want to say on behalf of the administration here, the administration in all of our buildings, Matt Shea and myself, we want to wish you a great holiday. We hope that everybody's safe and that they have a great time with their families. We'll see you in the new year.